I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now, you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow, or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Hey guys, we're a new hero on Korean Lost Saga. This is known as Lee, aka Bruce Lee, hero number 126. It is a rare character, so let's check him out here. So 4-hit basics. The first 3 attacks in the basic chain will actually double hit on each attack, and the 4th hit will be a simple knockback. But if you throw out the 4th hit too quickly, it's going to always miss because, you know, it's a little bit of a delay and the launch height's a little too high. You can actually allow this animation to reset and just go into some extra juggles if you want to do it like that and get some extra damage out of your basics, which is pretty nice to do. And you can also jump cancel the 3rd attack as well, which can allow you to do some extra things even towards the end of that combo, so it's a very nice thing to remember to do that. So onto the hold D, guys. Your hold D uses your 3 meter passive. When you press hold D, go into a little animation, and it uses 1 meter of your passive. You gotta tap your D after this, and you'll do a flying dragon kick that pretty much locks onto people usually. It's pretty good. It's pretty unique in that way. It's got a good range on it, very nice. And the follow-ups, you hit someone up into the air, it'll go into some attack follow-ups off of it, and that can be very, very nice. However, if you mash too quickly on your hold D, you won't get the knock-up. What you really want is that knock-up, so don't mash too quickly. That can ruin your combos if you mash too quickly, but it's very tricky. It's very, very tricky. This also works off your dash attacks to combo, which is very, very difficult. I would say it's very, very difficult. So you can see I mashed right there and I didn't get the intended combo that I wanted. But that was the combo I wanted, I just kind of messed up the timing. So it's got very strict timing to it. You can see... Oh, I'm getting it now. I got 2 at least, so that works for me. So you can see it's a very tricky thing to learn, but once you learn that, you're going to have some major combos on your hands and you're going to do some major damage. So Bruce Lee is not a beginner-friendly character with this passive. It's going to be very tricky to learn him. So moving on, dash attacks. So 4-hit dasher, 1, 2, 3. 3rd hit will launch, and the 4th hit is a simple knockback. You can't throw it out instant-like, however. You got to put a little delay on it, and it'll do a nice little knockback on it. You can jump cancel the 3rd hit as well. Go into some nice air combos and such, so that can be pretty nice to do. And your dash attack is pretty much your go-to lifter off feints, so if you have a feint, go into your dash attack in order to get some combos going. So your dash attack is pretty important. You can also use your hold D off your dasher for a lot of ground coverage and combo starting, so that's a very important thing as well. It does use 1 meter of your passive still as well, so really nice hold D dasher, I would say. You know, you just learn the follow-ups with the hold D and then you'll be golden. So let's go into the jump attacks here. So you have a 2-hit jumper. Nothing special on standing or anything. Mostly it's good for comboing. You know, you'll do this a couple times and then go into some other things. It's just a little extra damage pretty much. You also have your hold D in the air. This is like a... I can't tell what his animation is on that. Looks like kind of like a dragon kick, but it's something. It'll knock up off grounded, and you can do it multiple times for some nice combos, so it's pretty nice for that. You also have an air dasher. Air dasher will actually lead into a new attack. It's a 2-hitter off this. Let me try and get the 2-hitter only. So the 2-hitter will actually feint if you manage to connect both hits, so it's very unique in that. So hit with the air dasher, go into some dash attacks, and then do some air attacks. Let's go ahead and try this here. Oops, messed up. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do on Bruce Lee here. he's such an awesome character, but he's hard to learn. But he's going to be very rewarding once you learn him. So let's go down here and check out our defensive properties on Bruce Lee. So let's check out our defensive properties here on Bruce Lee. You have a deflect that actually leads into a counterattack that feints. That is his famed 1-inch punch off a deflect. So very, very nice counterattack. It does leave you kind of open to really, really fast characters, and it does make it very, very difficult to actually block off of this if you don't attack, because you can't go into your block animation directly after it. So it does make it very tricky in that regard. But it is very nice if you're very quick and catch them at the end towards to get that deflect to counter. You also have your trinket, which works as a half feint counter, and as a counter in general that does fall damage, so very nice. Your trinket will also work as a ground recovery, which is awesome. You also have your helmet, which I guess you could... Let me go ahead and try and get the charge before I get knocked down here. Wait a second. That should be enough, right? So try and get him to knock me down here. So your helmet will work as a ground recovery. Kind of an older gear, but pretty fair to demonstrate that. And you also have your armor, which works as a ground recovery as well. The original Capoeira helmet, but better. So yeah, a lot of defensive properties on Bruce Lee. His deflect into 1-inch punch counter, his armor ground recovery, his helmet ground recovery, and his trinket half feint counter, ground recovery, and general counter. That's a mouthful. So let's check out the weapon skill here, guys. The weapon skill, you pull in people with like a whirlwind, and then you kick them very, very hard and do a long stun on them. This will actually hit grounded as well, so that you can use this to reset your combos. So pretty nice. You don't want to wait too long to trigger it, but if you trigger it quickly, you're going to get the nice stun, and you won't miss out on anything. So I'm pretty sure this will hit multiple people as well. Let's go ahead and double check here. So yeah, you'll hit multiple people with that, so it's like a vacuum cleaner, but with a kick. So very cool, very cool. Your armor, you can air trigger it for a nice knockback. Wait for the charge here, wait for the charge, and you can also do the standing version, which seems to be a little bit buffed. It seems to come out quicker than it used to. Your helmet actually pierces your guard breaks, but the charge depletes very quickly on Bruce Lee, so I don't know how valuable that's going to be. You're probably going to want to use your helmet off the air attack, in my opinion. That would probably be for the best. Or your whole D dasher. That would be the best thing to use your helmet off of, I would say. And of course your trinket, which works as a counter attack, which is very beautiful. And you can also use your trinket in the air to kind of fake people out. So very cool there. Kind of bait people into attacking you to getting fall damage. So yeah, guys, Bruce Lee is a very, very good character. Very hard to learn, very hard to master, but he can be very, very awesome, very, very rewarding. You know, the simple basics are very, very nice. You know, he's got air mobility, he's got ground mobility, he's got huge combo potential, although it's pretty difficult to learn his combos. You know, he's got air combo potential, you know, with the jump cancels into the 2-hit like this here, which is very, very cool. Nice knockbacks on almost all his attack combos and everything. So Bruce Lee, mega powerful character, guys. Very hard to learn though, so be prepared for a learning curve if you ever pick him up, because you are going to have to learn a lot of things about him, especially his whole D. This whole D is so tricky, just because of this weird mashing here. The weird mashing kind of messes it up. That's what really makes it difficult. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next video.